take it. Hey, we all we got, baby. All we need. That's all we got right here, all right? You're going to get everything out of me. I tell you every time. Get all of it from me, all right? Give me everything you got and let's see what happens. 3 on 3, 1, 2, 3, play.
It'll be first down and 10. How about Derek Carr and the Raiders pushing it right at the Chiefs right now? Jackpot, baby! Touchdown, Vegas! National Football League play is underway from Las Vegas. First touchdown in Las Vegas.
Win, no matter what, win.
First down,
win.
Here comes Higgins behind him. Both block 20, 25. First down and more. Out to the 30-moment free run. That was by Jacobs on first down. This to put it away. Here comes the 55-yarder. Yeah, baby. Vegas is going to win. It's the first game in Allegiant Stadium. Nice run after the catch by number 30. On first down, it's Booker. His first carry of the day. Down the sideline and in. Touchdown Raiders. They have changed things up with that defensive front. Works on play action. Feels the pressure coming. He's going to go down. Second sack. This one from Max Broadside. Team leading fifth.
And Ridley's got the first down, sprinting inside the 45, fighting Lions all the way down to the 42-yard line.
All right, everybody, how you doing? Captain Jack here. Welcome to another edition of Firing a Broadside. Guess need to redo the camera a little bit here. There we go. When I get the solo, it doesn't look like a, well, let's put it this way. Hopefully we will have some folks that wish to come in tonight, and that'll be great. I am expecting a call at at 9:15 tonight from my first special guest. So I need to make sure that that is ready and available. So when that happens, I will be. Remind me I have to make sure that the call volume is up. And again, if you want to be here on camera with me, that would be fantastic. I see. Well, we had Jared in here. We had Thor. Always good to see Thor. Thor gives me a positive, warm feeling inside. Yee. That's for sure. Jesse Marquez, thank you for being here as well. And I know that Kelly Farley said Kelly Farley was here. Not sure if she's still here. 21:15. Yes, I shipmate, I get it. But not too many people know military time. So 9:15 p.m. on the East Coast, 21:15 for us salty sailors. I'm gonna have a call, and I've already said. In fact, when I was doing the promo earlier, that's why I had to stop the promo, because I needed to get that call, because I'm just tickled that I get a chance to talk with somebody that I admire a lot. And a little bit of background. This person is well respected amongst Raider fans. He hasn't been as active recently, but I do know that personally, if it wasn't for this person, I know it's kind of redundant. I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now as far as my ventures into YouTube and broadcasting and things like that. He definitely inspired me to get out there. So that's why I'm always going to keep this person high upon my hierarchy of people I trust, people I go to, people I respect. And can't be John Gruden. I get this. Steve Clark, how you doing? Hey, first time. Good to see you, Steve. Good to see you. First time in here? Well, thank you for being here, Steve. Be sure to come in all the time, man. I got lots of programs to look at, and so you can get caught up, and we hope to have you as a constant person hanging out with us. Again, Thor Helm is here as well. Love Thor. Thor and me are shipmates, and Ed Winston said well respected. Well, it's funny you say that. And again, and this is the reason why I'm not going to be taking calls until I hear from my guest. So we'll open up the phone lines afterwards. But because I don't want to, and honestly, it's because I said that I don't want to like cut people off in order to have him come on. So I said, you know what, I'll just wait till he comes on. Oh yeah, well, Steve, I'm here on YouTube. I'm here on YouTube, and that's why I even said, and I do have to give the information for those that are watching live. There is a dollar sign on the bottom. It's for super chat and super sticker. Okay, it's super chat and super sticker. If you give a $5 super chat or super sticker remark, it enters you into what I call the captain's booty contest. And no, it's not my ass. It's not my booty. It's me booty as a pirate. So there you go. And I tried to explain it in my post. Like I said, every time it happens, I figured things out. Once we get 100 entries, that is a threshold. So once we have 100 entries for a threshold, then we spin the magic wheel. And how many entries you have? Well, there you go, Ed Winchell. Thank you, Ed, for being my proverbial "this is how you do it" client. Okay, Ed shows you with a $4.99 sticker for the evening. Thank you there. I will add you. Every time that you give a super chat or a super sticker, you're entered into as an entry. Once I get 100 entries, then we spin the prize wheel. Asylum, hey, thanks for coming in there, shipmate. What's today? The 29th. I put out the word, and I put it out there. So, and I think everybody, I accounted for all the entries, and welcome aboard there, Asylum. Appreciate you stowed away. But again, once we get to a threshold, it's 100 entries. We spin the wheel. You have an entry for each $4.99 and up donation. And Then the one winner will spin the prize wheel. So we have a winner, and then we spin the prize wheel. And I'm toying with the idea of other, if because we have what I call the major prizes, and those are, like I said, the Jack Daniels special edition Raider collectible items. We have a Damon Arnett jersey. We have $25 gift certificates from Raider Image, as well as $25 gift certificates from JR60 Brands. The one was donated from JR60 Brands, and I want to thank Joker Raider for that. If anybody wins another one, they're on my dime on that one too. So I'm making sure that we're not gonna take Joker Raider out of house and home. And I'm trying to get other people for to come in and do like a semi sponsorship or things like that. But we will be giving away those prizes, but they're on the prize wheel. And there are other Raider knickknacks and doodads and tchotchkes. I'm just going to go through all my cool stuff here. And I got way too much stuff. And we'll be giving out the prizes. So again, your support is well appreciated, but I want to make sure that I show something back to you. And again, when we have a top prize, one of the prime prizes, once they are taken, I will get another one in there. So I appreciate that. I also, what I might even do is like use a $25, and I'll talk with, I'm trying to get other people in on this. But again, thank you for being here. We are talking Raider football, and that's what excuse me. Firing a Broadside is. It's a Raider-centric show. Jared's going to call in, and Jared will I'm sure Jared will talk sports. But I can definitely I'm sure that'll be some because again, I'm watching right now and I like this. I like it when Miami loses, and I wish it would have been the other night. But tonight it is the University of Miami. Now, when I talk to Ted Hendricks or to my friend Jim Otto, of course, I would never admit to this, to Jim Otto or Ted Hendricks. Raider Mode throws up a question. Thank you there, sir. What do you think we should do in the offseason? Well, thank you, sir, for starting off the comments. Because again, we will bring the phone lines up. Hopefully a Raider Mode will be here. You can actually call in as well. Wow, that's a big time question. But yeah. And hopefully that's my special guest. Yes, it is. Folks, first off, I want to make sure that my special guest is on. Hang on here. Let me, because I'm going to have to turn down the, I'm going to have to get my earphones off for this because I want to make sure everybody can hear my guest. Folks, I would like my special guest to introduce himself to you. Special guest, who are you, sir? And sign on in, as they used to say in the old show.
Raider Joe here, Captain Jack. And let me be the first to say, my friend, it's a pleasure to hear from you and reach out towards me. And it's my honor to come on your show and let's break it down, Daddy, the only way you know how to, truthfully.
Truthfully, that's for sure. And you have a wide berth, my friend. You are starting it off. And like I said, now that you have identified yourself, I am honored to have the one and only Raider Joe on my show. And again, I don't know whether you had a chance to hear the opening, but I said, if it wasn't for you inspiring me to go down, to be on your show when I was actually on assignment in Virginia, and I went down to your show, and it was great to be on your show. And then You inspired me when I went down to Guantanamo to get on the radio there, because it was you that made sure that you gave me the bug, and I definitely want to thank you for that. You were my inspiration, sir.
Hey, I appreciate that, and we both, I'm sure, have been blessed and pushed and had good people telling us good advice and believing in us, because that's key. And also, Jack, you well know, you got to believe in yourself to make it happen. And speaking of believing, okay, nice segue, because the first thing I have to say, Jack, I believed all along this team was somewhere between 7-9 and 10-6. And unfortunately for all of us, we know which way that's going to end up. And we all know the ball can bounce this way or that way. But this is going to address the nation and not everyone, but these are the disillusional ones. I have to get this off my chest. The fact that some people in this offseason and prior to everything going down, they thought this was like a Super Bowl team or the AFC Championship. And I was like, at what point, and that's fun to think as a fan, okay? But in reality, where did you see it? I would love to know the answers. And on which side of the ball did you see it to where it was just going to be that great? We know the offense is pretty good, when healthy, but still major issues. And we'll get to, the car and everything that everybody thinks about him. But my main question right there again, Jack, and everybody wants to bash this guy 24/7. Is he the best quarterback in the league? Hell no! Hell no, he's not. But I'll tell you what he is. He's pretty damn good. If you want to go ahead and look at the numbers, because we know numbers don't lie. I'm not talking about winning losses. We're talking about stuff where and when has he ever had a number one receiver. Let's go there. But Jack, how heartbroken were you the other night? And I know we knew, it's probably, playoffs were probably fall and gone anyway. But to lose that way, just basic fundamentals, coaching has to be a major factor here too. Your thoughts, please, sir.
Well, and Joe, actually, I want to ask you, because I've been ridiculed for this. I actually was in agreement, and again, I despise John Gruden's being so conservative at times that it pisses me off. But in this agreement, I actually agreed with the way that it was handled, that you bleed the clock, you line up for what should be a chip shot field goal, because you don't want to leave a lot of time on the clock when your defense sucks as horribly as it does.
And sucks is the understatement. And I could make the argument against you, but I don't need to, because any other team in the world, I'm talking high school, everybody can finish that. Everybody could have finished that. So what he did, I totally understand it. It works every other place in the world when they do it, except for the Raiders. Who can possibly screw that up or let you down more recently than they have? It's unbelievable. And yeah, they could have ran the touchdown in, and they could have made the two possibly, and that's an argument there. But just let's take that out, because I agree with you. With that little bit of time on the clock, and for those, like I mentioned a minute ago, it's just fundamentals, and they can't even get that right after this much time. It's almost the names change, the faces, even the coaches, but the results are constant.
Yes. And I say that, and Thor, I get you, because Thor is of the mind. And again, I'm not calling you out, Thor. I'm just saying, I'm identifying who was behind and said that we should have went for the touchdown. I get it. Okay. I get that, but I look at it this way. If you play it,
I could argue both sides of that.
Oh yeah.
That is one argument that's actually logical, kind of either way. But like you said, with the lead and that little bit of time, there's no way possible you let somebody get behind you like that. I could even say, why didn't they kind of squib kick it, somewhat mid-range to waste a few more seconds? And then the face mask on top was the insanity of it all. And again, undisciplined, no basic functioning skills, basically. And a defense to be this bad for so long is just ridiculous, man. Come on. They have got to hit the draft and develop. It's all about developing talent. You see it on other teams. We don't do it that good, at least of late.
Well, I tell you there, Joe. And by the way, folks, if you're joining us late, Raider Joe, the prime voice of Raider Nation for all that time that he was on the Raider Joe show out of Richmond, broadcasting locally but worldwide to all of Raider Nation. And if you don't know Raider Joe, shame on you, because again, Raider Joe has the chop. So again, a great insight into Raider Nation, and again, I'm making sure that Raider Joe gets back into the fold because he's been busy recently, and I love the man. So I reached out to him. I said, first off, I got to talk to you because I miss you and love you, and I want to hear from you. But Raider Joe knows, and Raider Joe is not one of these penny ante folks with this pissant opinion. Okay, he goes way back with Raider Nation, and you touched on it, Joe, with as of recently. Now, I think that the draft has been very, very good for the Raiders since they've had Mike Mayock pull the strings, and people are saying that, well, we didn't hit on, our receivers this year, but, they're rookies and they were hurt half of the year for both of them, okay?
And take in the COVID factor, no training camps, the practices are basically just little cookie cutter things. There's nothing going on to actually, and not that that's an excuse, but, you're making the correct statement.
Yes. But they show so much promise. And, again, you have receivers like Hunter Renfrow, who personally is my favorite receiver other than Aguilar. I mean, Aguilar is my favorite receiver this year, but overall my favorite receiver is Hunter Renfrow because he is a receiving savant who gives his all to the team, and you can build upon that. He is the Edelman-esque type receiver. He gives everything and is always open. Third and Renfrow is good. So there you go.
That guy, anybody would love to have 53 players with heart like that, because that's what you love in a football player. And God bless him, because he is a worker. Just like you said, Third and Renfrow is classic. And for his size, he's as pound for pound as tough as anybody around. Dude, I'm impressed with him. And the two rookies, there's potential there, but, that's not enough time for that argument to me of what the Raiders really need, because it's, to me, winning formulas are the trenches on both sides of the ball, and they're, even as good as their offensive line kind of was at few points to win healthy, and early on, the second and third string guys coming in, filling in, doing a wonderful job, but it looks like, after a little bit of time, that kind of wore out and all that, but offensively and defensively, you got to get the lines dominant. And when you go look at the defense, we're well below average. So are the Raiders, some of these picks now with the DBs and the receivers, cute finesse, okay? And that's great for flashy stuff. But if you really want to win, you know this, Captain, it's ugly and physical. That's what's going to win you football games and propel you deep on a playoff run.
Gotcha. Now, having said that, and the word is out, go sign Leonard Williams. I'm behind that because Leonard Williams wanted to be a Raider, but I always am leery about, these free agents that are splash. Now, the Raiders went out and got some splash in free agency last year with Kwiatkowski, who to me was the best of the free agent signing. Littleton might have had more what they call ability, but I tell you, Kwiatkowski was my favorite free agent signing, and he was the first one in, and I love that. Go ahead, Joe.
He's done the best. He's done the best for sure, and that's why I'll be Jump Street. I'm gonna tell you, I was wrong, and I was dead wrong, because I said that was the biggest free agent signing in the offseason, talking about the Littleton. And boy, what happened from all world to nothing each and every week, basically?
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
how did he get regressed? Is the system that far off that he was in to where we were playing? You know, that's something maybe we don't know because, you know, I didn't see that much Ram football the past 3 seasons. So I just don't understand because the guy looked, you know, awesome. He was great in coverage and he was a sure tackler. And now he can't do either one.
right. Now, that's a great segue, Joe, because, again, we'll talk about, obviously, the draft and other things. But you gave me the segue, which I'm going to jump on. You talk about the system. You talk about Corey Littleton. You talk about him being a Ram. Your thoughts on who we should bring in as defensive coordinator, which leads me, obviously, to saying, is it going to be Wade Phillips? Is it going to be Greg Williams? Is it going to be somebody else?
Put me on the somebody else category. And both of them guys have won, you know, head coaches. No. And that's across the board in the league. It happens all the time. But I would like somebody a little more young, a little more fresh, new ideas. Let's maybe go that route. Hey, how about Morris? If Atlanta doesn't, you know, sign him as the head coach, maybe we could go there. I would actually say at this point, I would want to do a little more research before I can even give you that, you know, nail me down to something right there.
Well,
But
that'll be.
I would really intensively look around if I'm the Raiders before I pull the trigger. You know, and not to say that Phillips or some of these older guys couldn't get it done, but maybe we want to go a different direction there.
Yeah. But see, that'll be a homework assignment, Joe, because I'm going to come back to you on that at a later time.
That's a good one. Hey, that's why you ask the tough questions, my man.
That's right. That's right. Now, okay, so
Raheem Morris, you know, that could be pretty intriguing. Him and Gruden got, you know, ties and all that, but you know, who knows at the moment?
Well, see, and they're in. I got a difference with you there, Joe, because again, I don't want a defensive coordinator that is in Gruden's back pocket. I actually don't want somebody. I mean, if Raheem Morris is the person, let it be on merit, not because he's a Grudenite. I want somebody that is going to be the top defensive coordinator available that scores well with Mark Davis and Mike Mayock as the best guy available as we see fit. And, you know, I don't care if he likes Gruden or not. In fact, I would prefer him not being a sycophant to John Gruden because John Gruden is a problem too, but we'll get to that in a minute as well. I want the best DC available.
That is absolutely perfect because the last thing the Raiders need is another yes man. So I totally get you there. And I'm glad you said that about Gruden because there's a major question mark. Okay? It was all fine and dandy and it was great. You know, the Raiders finally got a big name, blah, 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 all this. But at the moment, as we speak, he's totally treading water real close to 500 land. Okay? So that's just an average coach if you take it and look at his overall record. You know, he's getting real close to 500.
Yeah.
And you know, hey, the truth is, he won that Super Bowl because the Raiders were too arrogant to change the playbook.
Yes. I
So,
agree.
hey, it is what it is. And he's got the ring, and there's no denying it, and he stuck it to us. Ray's coming back, you know. But some of the stuff we've seen, it's not up to par. And some of the games, he's really coached his you-know-what off. But you got to do that consistently. I bet he needs to hold a heck of a lot more people accountable. And so far, maybe the players he's bringing in aren't the right guys because it sure doesn't look like it.
Okay. Well, again, now I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom, Joe. Okay. I want you to give me about maybe your top list of players that are on the team right now that we are definitely going to be keeping. And then I want you to give me your top prizes via free agency or who you're looking for in the draft. And you don't have to be specific in the draft. because, you know, you can't say, well, this guy's going to be available or that guy's going to be available. But you're building a team. Go ahead. Go get it.
I said Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, okay. Well, you can't have Trevor Lawrence because he's going to be a Jaguar.
Right, no doubt. Unless, yeah, we'll get to that later. But obviously, you know, you look at the offensive line. You love the interior part of it. I've got big questions still on the outside, the tackles, of course.
Yeah.
I'm not so, you know, hey, one guy's getting paid a hell of a lot of money, and I'm not sure how hard he wants to play.
He's not going to be there. He's gone.
And I wasn't thrilled with the left tackle pick when they made it.
Okay.
So some games he's been very good. Some games well towards the other way. But there, again, you know, I think the Raiders got the best center in the game. How it can, we know the injuries to Incognito this year. He'll be 38, 39, something like that next year. Is there another year left in him? If so, I'd at least bring him in. The guy's got heart, and he loves to play and maul, and they're solid there. There has to be a number one receiver coming from somewhere, okay? So and that doesn't just come in the draft, and we knew that, okay? So that was the Raiders' issue, big time, right there, a major problem 2 years in a row. And here's the answer: if he even was healthy, Mike Williams is not a one anyway,
right?
Okay. He's done absolutely nothing but waste money and time since he's been with the Raiders. 2 years in a row. Aguilar has played his lights out, and I love what he's done. I would be looking to re-sign him.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I know the Robinson, I believe, for the Bears, Galladay maybe for the Lions. You know, there's a couple guys I'd be looking at. But who knows on all that? And on the defensive side of the ball, you know, the running backs are good. Real quick, back to those. And always you can know free agent or draft, you know, depth and stuff like that. But going towards the defense, I mean, there lies major problems. Defensive tackle must be addressed, I believe, again in the draft and free agency.
Right.
Crosby needs major help. You know, he's doing as much as he can, and by doing that, at times, I think he's trying a little too hard on certain situations.
Okay.
The linebackers upgraded from last year, correct, but still to be upgraded in the secondary. We've seen enough to know what's going on there. Just when I had said Mullen was, you know, he's coming around, he's going to be a superstar. He had that game on national television, and everybody saw it. So that wasn't very good once I gave him. Maybe that was the kiss of death. And you still, you know, I love the way Abraham plays, the hits, all that, but he needs to focus and get into that playbook and study a little bit harder.
Yeah, and I think that Abram is good, but he needs to slow down to not overdo and get his head in the game, because, you know, he's trying to make the old edition of ESPN, he got whacked, whatever the hell that segment was. But, you know, I want him as a hard hitter that can tackle, that won't let people out of tackles. And, you know, I think he needs to just slow down a bit. It's like the old expression, the old thing, like the two cows that are up there and they're on a hill, and they see a bunch. They're two cattle, and they got a bunch of cows. You know, just
they were bulls. Hey,
they were bulls
up there, and the young one wanted to run down.
There you go.
And the old one says, "Well, go ahead. I'll walk down. You take one, I'll take the rest."
There you go. Exactly. I appreciate you. I appreciate you cleaning that up for me.
Trying to keep it G-rated.
Yes, because I wouldn't have made it G-rated, but I thank you, Rated Joe, for doing that. And that's one of the reasons why I need you as hey, Cap, you know, put it back down to G, because I'll go R real quick. But yeah, that's the best way. And jacked up was what I was thinking about. Yeah, don't run down and do all of them. Not walk, but, you know, get down there in a good speed and take care of business is about the best way to say it. So I like that.
Amen. And look, as far as they go, hopefully you want to win that last game, just to say, hey, they don't have a losing record again. How much faith do I have in it? I sure as hell wouldn't be betting on it unless somebody was giving me a double-digit number. So let's forget all that. Hey, I want to thank you again, brother, very much for giving me the opportunity to come on the show. Bless you, my friend. Keep rocking and rolling and doing what you're doing because the nation needs you. And they need you when the times are tough like this. I know what it's all about. It's tough, but you got to do it. Keep pushing through. And, man, like I said, God bless you. I love you. And everybody, this is the man at the mic, Captain Jack Rackham, man. Keep doing it, bro. Keep doing it.
Hey, Joe, thanks again. And I said, you're not going to be a stranger with me because I'm gonna kindly kick you in the ass to get you up here every now and again, if not more often, because I love you to death. And I tell you, that is the man that has the pulse of Raider Nation from way back. And I love and respect him as well. So thank you, Raider Joe, for being here, sir.
Thank you, brother. God bless. I'll get back to you, man. We got at least throw out some Super Bowl picks next week or something.
Oh, okay. Well, wow. Okay, we're gonna jump on it next week. Wow, that's.
Well, hey, anybody can pick them there at the end. We got to do it. After the season's done, let's do it.
Okay. Well, it'll be
man.
Same time next week, most likely. And if I do a show change, I'll let you know.
You got it, brother.
All right.
Have a great evening.
Thanks again, there, Joe. You take care, shipmate.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Again, folks, that was Raider Joe, and that is my bud. And while I have a chance here again, I want to thank Dwayne T for throwing in again a super sticker. Again, every $5, it starts at $4.99. Every $5 you send gets you an entry. Dwayne, I'll make sure I add your entry along with Ed Winchell's entries. I hope you saw the ad that I did on Facebook. What it gets when we get 100 entries. We're going to spin the wheel, and we're going to have a winner from those that do the entries, and then we're going to spin the prize wheel. I like this way because this way we have a winner and we have a prize. And, as long as the main prize keeps up there, when we get a positive big prize go, then I will add to it, which means I'm going to have to add and go out and find some other jerseys. Like I said, the top prizes we have. Okay, Philly sports fan calling after your show. That's great. We'll have those big prizes. Like I said, a Damon Arnett jersey and that Jack Daniels special party pack. Okay, for the Raiders. Obviously, I have other things that will be there. $25 gift certificates to JR60 brands, to Raider Image, which I will provide. Again, can't do it without my people, and I appreciate you being in there. Now, thank you for being. Let me get some of these comments in here. Yeah, Ryan, thanks for throwing that up there. The jacked up. I couldn't remember it, but you knew what I was talking about. And Dwayne T is at work. Yeah, well, that's fine. But I thank you for being here, Dwayne T. Thank you for being here, sir. I am going to open it up. Okay, now that we got my first guest in, phone line is open. 813-699-0834. And again, I want to thank sincerely Raider Joe for being here. Because if Raider Joe wasn't here, I wouldn't be here. Because again, he's the man that inspired me to do what I do. So if you want to talk Raiders, if you want to talk whatever you got, what are your feelings? And oh, by the way, if you want to be on screen with me on camera, I'll do that. Let me know you want to be on camera, and I will give you a feed to the show. If you're not, Ryan Downs throws up the 10. Love you, brother. Ryan Downs with 10. So that's 2 entries right there, Ryan. Good hearing from you, brother. And Ryan is still, are you still out in Washington, I believe, there, about the last time I heard from you. So Ryan Downs, thank you there, sir. Again, for every 5 you get, that's 2 entries. So thank you, Ryan Downs. Good hearing from you. It's been a while. We are opening it up. Throw it out there. I appreciate the comments. Keep commenting. I love that being here. And Kelly, you can come aboard for sure. Arr! And again, there's Ryan's. There's Ryan's 10. I appreciate that. Let me get everybody else's up here. There was Dwayne with another 5. I appreciate that. And going all the way back up. Let me see if I can get it. There we go. There's Ed Winchell. So again, for every $5, and I ain't worried about a penny, every $5 you spend on a super chat or a super sticker for the supporting the show, I appreciate that. You get 2 entries into Captain Jack's booty prize. And no, it's not my ass. It's not my ass. And again, thank you for coming aboard. I'll make sure that Kelly is on board. Everybody call in. People have asked me, and I think Raider Mode asked me what we should do in the off season. Well, thank you for, and I'm going way back here. Wow, that's a very weighted question. First off, and I want to see what we got this weekend, because this is, and I've said it in the opening. I said, right now, 2020 is done, literally, figuratively, and otherwise. We start the 2021 season literally this Sunday in Denver. Okay? We started, we're 0-0 for 2021. We're 0-0. And I want to see what we can do with a hard game, a tough game in Denver. And personally, I know that the Raiders don't play well. Oh, Raider Neil, thanks again. Raider Neil on the board tonight as well. Raider Neil. Thank you there, shipmate. Let me write this down. But personally, I want to start 2021 with a win. I want to start 2021 with a win because it goes through. Thank you there, Neil. It goes through. Oh, Kelly's drunk off her wine. Okay. Take care, Kelly. Take care of yourself. And thank you for being here. Thank you for, and be kind and get yourself to the bedroom without knocking things over. Please. But thank you for being here. Again, go into Denver. I want to see a lot of Marcus Mariota. Gruden's already said that Carr is going to be starting. I get it. I don't like it. And personally, I want to see more Mariota. I want to see the packages. And I think we got a call coming in. Yes, we do. Outstanding. Caller, I appreciate you being here. Please identify yourself to everybody so we can all be in your brand. Who are you and why are you here? And thank you for being here.
Thank you. It's your good friend, the Savior Raider Nation, Black Thanos, aka Sharif, and I'm calling just like the rest of the nation because I guess it's good therapy for us just to get it out our system. And it's been a long, brutal year for many reasons, but as you say, 2021 is literally days away.
Yes.
And I think I saw in your Facebook post earlier some of the topics you wanted to touch on, including drafting a quarterback, which I'm in total agreement with. Even just for depth, because you're supposed to draft that depth at every position, irregardless of the personality or whoever the current starter may be. It just makes good sense. You want to always push your starter. And you don't lose because either the new guy will be better than what you have or your current guy will raise his game up to a new level. So, we benefit either way. And one of the problems with this team is the inordinate focus and desire to build around Carr. What I mean is we did it at the expense of the defense. I mean, a few years ago, we got Colton Miller. We even tried to pursue Antonio Brown. Remember, we promoted his friend, the quarterback coach, to coordinator some years back. It's like a plethora of wide receivers this past draft, earlier this year. You give Trent Brown record-breaking money, just for the security of number 4. And we even tried to pursue Antonio Brown when the whole world knew he was a cancer.
Yeah.
All of these moves, the defense still the same, hasn't improved since Khalil Mack left. All of these moves center around one individual. We got Jacobs. We said, okay, we phased beast mode out. He's getting older. We drafted a pretty good young guy. Waller, developed along, so we let Jared Cook go, and Waller has been just excellent since then. It is mind-blowing, a team with that amount of weapons to have the most field goals in red zone situations.
Yeah.
That's a struggle so much. And people may say, well, is Gruden's making the call? But if you're the quarterback and you have a 10-year here, show a little initiative and maybe audible. You really want to win that bad. Sometimes take that risk. Don't be so much of a teacher's pet or suck up. Because the fact that he moved right next door to John Gruden bothers me too on a whole other level. And in some ways, COVID-19, believe it or not, has been the best thing to happen to Carr. And I'm going to tell you why.
Sure, I'm all ears on that one. Wow, I want to hear this. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, because the one game that he played this year where there was a predominant Raider crowd was in Atlanta. For some reason, he went back to 2014. I mean, he looked like he wasn't even there. And previous to that was the Jaguar game, and people were booing and throwing nachos on the field. I happened to be there, row 1, section 149, to see it all in person. The week before, against the Titans in Oakland, I was at that game, and I actually heard people chanting for Kaiser to come in. So the nation, outside of some of the very vocal people online, the nation has been getting weary for a minute now. So he didn't have to deal with any crowd noise or chatter because he strikes me as someone very sensitive. That's why he's online so much. He's blocking people. He's challenging forecasters to fight. But also why COVID-19 benefited him. We didn't really have a quarterback battle this year. There's no preseason. So typically you'll have 4 games, and each guy will get maybe a quarter or 2 or a half towards the last game. And you can judge them side by side as to, okay, who gives us a better chance to win. That's how Carr beat out Schwab in the preseason of 2014 when it was clear he was head and shoulders above them. It just made sense, of course, to go with Carr because he's the incumbent. This is his 3rd year under Gruden. Mariota, wouldn't know all of that and can learn all of that, especially with no training camp. So some people who have this audacious way of thinking, just to say, well, Derek Carr's flat out better than Mariota, that's not really fair to say. To either of them, because we did not have a true quarterback competition because we didn't have a camp. So who else is you going to start? Of course, you're going to start the kid who's been there under Gruden for the past 2 years. It only makes perfect sense. So Carr basically, by default, was and understandably so, the designated starter. He was never really pushed or challenged for DC in markets in preseason, and he did what he did against the Chargers just a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, well, now I'm gonna ask you there, Reef, because I know that I know where your thoughts are. I know the people that are pro Carr, and I know the people that are anti Carr. And I always tell people, I said, don't throw me a problem without giving me a solution. Okay. Now, having said that, what do you want to see the Raiders do? And and obviously, the answer is trade Carr for whatever you can get for him without having somebody there. Keep Mariota as our stopgap quarterback by also drafting one. I mean, what is your solution to the mess?
Well, here's the biggest problem is his contract. Now, if he comes out and does a Tom Brady and willingly offers structure, then that would, in my eyes, that would buy him some time. Part of the reason why we cannot attract some of these top tier defensive free agents is through the Cards contract. Gruden basically made the decision when he sent Matt to Chicago that, okay, this guy's going to be the face of the team now. And then a few weeks later, he shipped Cooper out of here. So I honestly think Cards reached the ceiling because in the history of the game, the last 30 years, there have never been a quarterback who started 90 games or more and suddenly became a winning quarterback. It hasn't happened. There's never been a successful rebuild without changing or replacing an aging or average quarterback. You can give them a new running back and this and that. I just think he's reached his ceiling, and I don't doubt his effort. I don't doubt his will and sincerity. But the one thing we know in this league that's inevitable is change. So we flew it with Herbert. We flew it with a few people that we could have looked at because it seems to be like there's a unwritten rule as to, don't do anything to offend number 4 or threaten his position. Because remember, Carr has gone on Twitter saying, this is my team, I'm going nowhere. That's pretty arrogant to say. And when you're the losingest quarterback in the last 7 years, you got a hell of a nerve to be that bold. So for me, immediately you got a cheaper option, a younger option, and more versatile option in Mariota. Carr has done nothing in this league that Mariota hasn't done.
Okay.
Mariota undefeated against the Chiefs. He's won a playoff game. He can play in cold weather, being in the Southeast with Nashville. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, once upon a time, Jim Plunkett was Mariota. As far as, the new guy coming in, and then Pasquini happened to get hurt, and the rest is history.
Right.
I think 7 years is enough to know what you have. Because God forbid we fast forward the clock to this time next year, maybe we're 9-7 or so, we're still on the outside looking in. Then what?
Yeah.
Then
Now,
what?
I'm gonna let because I don't know whether you can see the comments or not, because I actually agree with that. Relatively, his contract when it was made was that he was like the highest paid quarterback for like a minute, and then Stafford signed, and then everybody else signed. So comparatively, his contract nowadays is not that bad. Plus, we don't owe him. There's no dead money into it. We can actually get rid of his contract by cutting him. So that's not really an issue.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't have all the particulars in front of me, but I do know he's the highest paid player on the team.
That's true. That's true.
And that comes with a certain expectation in itself. And I do know Mariota's about less than half of what he's currently making.
Okay.
Being younger, being faster. I'm eager to try something because we've done everything else. We got the left tackle. We got the highest paid old lineman in history. We drafted a wide receiver at 12. We pursued Antonio Brown. We took 2 other wide receivers in this draft. We got Jacobs.
Yeah. Hey,
what's the common denominator here? And we can talk about Gruden and ineptitude or whatever. But when you're in the red zone with all of those weapons, Mariota can
hey, Reef, I hate doing it to you, but I got to get to Thor before I lose him again.
Oh yeah, that's my brother. Let the guy that's fun go on.
Okay, thanks again, partner. I appreciate you coming in.
All right, bro.
There was Sharif, and then we go to Thor. Thor, I hope you're here. I hope I didn't drop you. Thor. Okay, yeah, good. And apologies. And again, I that's why I just said, but Thor call back, and then here we go. And trust me, I love hearing from Sharif, but and I hate cutting people off, but I try.
My battery.
No. It's me because I could be like those typical guys on radio saying, hey, got to go, boom, but I'll do it once we get to more people calling all the time. And I'll try not to be as much of a butthole about it. But thank you, Sharif, for calling in. But go ahead, Thor. The throne is yours, shall we say?
Thank you, sir. Right on, Reef, man. Reef, my boy. I love you, Reef. Good shit. Cap, man. The whole car thing. I mean, I have to say yes. Move car while he's worth something. And I'm not. And I know how the nation is, where you have these like car lovers and car haters. There's the Kardashians or whatever you want to call them, and the people who hate. Honestly, for me, I like Derek Carr. I'm not Derek Carr as our quarterback fan anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't been for a while. But I want him to do great because he's our quarterback. Because I'm a real Raider fan. And so whoever is the one behind center, I need them to be great.
Yeah.
To me, Derek Carr, he's just missing something. I don't know if he'll ever get it back from when he got hurt. I don't know if he ever had it. But and I don't want to knock on his religious beliefs or anything like that. God bless him, honestly. But I just feel like he's maybe too much of a nice guy. We need a killer. I want a quarterback who's a killer, who wants to go out there and hurt people's feelings. And I feel like maybe Carr, I don't know what's wrong with Gruden. Gruden really annoys me too. I've been saying this for a few years now. But I feel maybe Carr is starting to rub off his nice guyness on Gruden, and Gruden don't have no kind of kill anyone mentality anymore. So for me, and I'm not saying Mariota's the guy either, but like you said, Mariota might be a stopgap while you draft someone and groom them a year or something. But nowadays, these young quarterbacks are coming in and tearing up the league quick. So maybe you get a young guy and get in there and have him tear up the league. I'm not. I don't know. That's not my job. That's not what I do. So if they want to give me a job, I can work on it. But just saying, man, I need someone with that killer instinct. We need more of a gunslinger, and this is my main problem with Carr, is that like Ruggs don't get enough balls thrown at him. Is that because of the play calling? Maybe a little bit, but you watch a lot of these plays, and you'll see people who will be a little bit open. Carr don't want to throw nobody open or like take a chance to get a ball in there. Every once in a blue moon he'll do it. But you see these other quarterbacks who, like Aaron Rodgers, man, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Aaron Rodgers might be the best quarterback in the league.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just him, what's his name down there in San Diego or LA now? He's young. He got a little bit of that in him.
Oh, yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
Herbert or whatever, however you say his name.
Herbert.
So,
and again, I actually was kind of wrong on Herbert. I thought that Herbert was going to bust out, but I was wrong on him. I think that they got the best quarterback available in that draft. And people were saying, well, we could have gotten Herbert. And I know Sharif said this, and I said Herbert was gone before we picked. But Sharif also said we had a lot of capital to move up ahead of Los Angeles to get him. So that is true. Right. We missed out. And I don't think that there is a quarterback I don't think that there is a quarterback coming out this year other than Trevor Lawrence, that is worth capital. But you're not going to give the Jaguars a Ricky Williams draft. You're not going to do it because we got
definitely not.
Right, we got too many other things to do.
This is our problem. So then it's almost like we're giving up another year. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a dilemma. Do you keep Carr because he's an average quarterback? He might be a little bit above average. Okay,
no, he's above average. I would say that.
Numbers mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
I hear all these Raider fans. I hear a ton of them talking about these numbers, this number, that number. What's our original? Our original model from day one is just win, baby. Look at his win numbers. His win numbers are pure crap. I don't want to start cussing up on your show, but his win numbers are pure crap over his career. I mean, we're an average team at best under him. We've had one winning season in 18 years, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. I know Derek Carr ain't been there the whole 18 years, but he's been there 7. So what? He's had one winning season in 7 years. Get out of here, man. If you're 1-7, I mean, hardest thing to do is hit a baseball. If you're 1-7 all the time, you're still not in the league because you're crap.
Yeah.
Period. Let's not get it twisted, man. I'm just tired of the mediocrity. I'm tired of that nonsense. I'm a real Raider fan. I'm always going to be a real Raider fan. So amongst other Raider fans, I feel like I'm going to let it out. It's craziness that they want to accept mediocrity, and that's what Derek Carr is to me, man. He's good, but he's not great. He's a C. He's going to get us a passing grade to be okay or watchable. I want a killer, and I want someone that is ready to go out and get it, take the reins. I mean, I want an old school Brett Favre kind of dude who's just in there ready to go. I mean, Drew Brees, he's a little dude, but he gets up on his tiptoes and looks like he's ready to eat someone's head off when he's going to throw the ball. You know, we need something like that. Is that in the draft? Maybe not. Well, work on whatever we need to work on. I mean, is Mariota going to get you anything in the trade? Probably not. Derek Carr might right now still, so
yeah.
See what you can get out of him. And maybe you don't draft a quarterback this year. Maybe you do, though. Maybe there's some quarterbacks out there in the third floor. I'm not a scout.
Yeah, no, we don't know. We don't know what's going to become available. And to be honest, I look at it like this: is if John Gruden with our boy Mike Mayock, okay, and if they want somebody, that's up to them. It's up to them to go find the person that they want. It's up to them to go find the person they want. If they want to go in on maybe the kid Justin Darnold, but Sam Darnold, okay. If they want to do that, go get them, okay? Because the Jets got a lot of draft picks anyway, and they got the number 2 pick, and they're sitting there. And I'm saying that maybe we kind of break the bank, or not break the bank, but say we want Sam Darnold, okay, and we go get him, or maybe there's somebody else that they want. Maybe the kid out of that used to play for Penn State, that's the backup in Baltimore, McSorley. There's somebody there.
I kind of like McSorley.
Yeah, there's somebody there that can be had. And if you think that, if you say, okay, now I will admit that the reason why we have lost the games, so many of our games, Derek Carr doesn't play defense. I got to say that. In his defense, he doesn't play defense.
Is horrible, yes. I'm 100%. Our defense is playing horrible right now, yeah.
Right. Matt Bouchane says I want to get Carson Wentz. I don't want Carson Wentz. He's a train wreck too. And who wants his contract?
No, God, no. Please, no. I'd rather keep Carr than Carson Wentz.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Carson Wentz is way overrated. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I mean, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So maybe Carson Wentz will be good for somebody. I don't know if they start to ring the league up or some. I mean, we need to, our team's been playing horrible. Is that a few things? Like we're talking about, I mean, Abrams and most of our team, Abrams is essentially a rookie. He played 1 year. He takes horrible ankles, and he's stupid. To me, it just seems like he's stupid. And maybe he's not stupid. Maybe the coaching has just been so horrible he hasn't learned anything right. Maybe he has talent there. Mullins, you have one bad game, but he's played okay.
Mullins had a bad game, but he's not bad.
They're all young, too.
Yeah,
So the team, We need pass rush. How can you cover people all day? So some of the quarterbacks, the grief we give them, maybe it's not as deserved as man. If we can get another outside pass rusher, and we can get some help from Mad Max, and we can maybe move Farrell into the inside because he's a pretty good run stopper, our D line might get kind of decent, and then all of a sudden that makes the quarterbacks play a little better.
Hey Thor, I agree, and I'm gonna let you go, and I appreciate you calling. I'm sorry, I want to make sure that I hopefully get this call before it goes away. Thor, I hated doing that, but I make sure that Thor knows, and Thor is hopefully watching. I didn't want to, and I missed the call. I had a caller with 509. Please call back. Thor, thank you, brother. I'm going to make sure that I know that. Thor, thank you for calling. Well, I had a call with 509. Thank you for calling, Thor. And again, please, whoever was at 509, call back because again, there we go. I got 509 in here again. I see Washington State, so I'm thinking this might be Ryan Downs.
What's up, Captain?
Is this Ryan Downs?
This is Ryan Downs.
All right. So I'm glad I see it. Your number didn't, or your name didn't show up. So I'm going to try to, if you showed up in my phone. Yeah, well, there you go. I'm going to look to see if it showed up. Yes, I got you in here, Ryan. So I'm going to add you. How are you doing? And thank you for calling. I appreciate you being in here.
Yeah, man, I've been doing good. How about you?
I'm doing all right, but I appreciate you joining in the conversation tonight. What do you have to add? And again, thank you, Thor, for being here. What do you have to add to this conversation this evening? Because it's been awesome.
Yeah, one thing that really boggles my mind is how well we run the ball in the first 5 games, and now we just can't do shit.
Yeah. Well, what's your solution now?
What's that?
What's your solution? Ryan Downs is Mark Davis. Okay, you've gotten the club. Okay, Mark Davis has willed it to you. And by the way, I want to know how you got it. But Mark Davis has willed you the club. Ryan Downs, how are you going to fix this club?
That's a good question.
Yeah. See, I'm putting you on the spot. You got to keep Mike Mayock, and Mark Davis says, Ryan, you're the man. Fix this club. So you go up, and I want to hear you say what we're going to do.
We need to get a defensive coach who knows what they're doing.
Okay,
and
so
these guys are playing out their loss.
Okay, so I get that now. Is the defensive coach, is that our new head coach, or you're just saying we need a coordinator first?
Oh, we need a coordinator for sure.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that
yeah,
Marinelli's gone. I mean, folks, if you think Ron Marinelli is going to be here,
he can't even coach the line, let alone the defense.
There you go. I
mean, Bruckner, he's way better coach.
Yeah, and actually, he's available because I asked somebody on the last show. I said, they said he's the D coordinator in Arizona. I said, no, he is not the defensive coordinator in Arizona. He is their defensive line coach. I wouldn't mind having him come back if we think he has the chops to be the whole defensive coordinator. But that's only 1 year.
Isn't he pretty young though? Do you think he can do that?
Well, see, that's the point, is that he was a younger guy. That's a younger guy.
He played like 10
but
years ago or so he was playing.
Well, you're thinking of Brenson Buckner. That's the guy that actually is still playing for the Colts. Okay, and that's who they got from the Niners. That's the other Buckner. No, I think that he played as well.
Oh yeah.
Right. But I think that he has the chops. But the problem is, I don't want you to be kicked out here. So let me take that off. Apologies, because I had the get you off the phone thing. Now I'm just saying, now Brenson Buckner, okay, so you're having him come in as the defensive coordinator because that's a big step.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Wade Phillips.
Well, okay, so there you go, Wade Phillips.
He's what, 75?
Yeah, he's up there. He's up there in age. Now, I was talking. Did you hear me talking with Raider Joe? Before I said, you want Wade Phillips, you want Greg Williams, you want another candidate, and he said, I want another candidate. So I'm with him on. I like Greg Williams, I like Wade Phillips, but I want somebody younger.
No.
I want somebody younger that can inspire the defense. That's my first move. So I'm with you there. Okay. Second thing, Ryan, do we keep Carr? Do we sell him? Get some draft picks? What are we doing?
We gotta keep Carr.
Okay.
Is that what you said? Keep Carr?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Who's gonna replace Carr?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now we could. Now remember, we don't owe him money other than his contract. We have no dead money with Carr. We have no dead money with Trent.
2.5. I looked it up. It's 2.5 dead.
That's a pittance. You can piss in a bucket for $2.5 million. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I mean, yeah.
Mariota
is no dead money, but he's guaranteed 10.6.
Right. So if you split the difference. If you take Mariota's guaranteed 10.6, then basically add the 2.5 to it, you got a $12 million quarterback if you cut Carr and keep Mariota. Right?
Right. Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So
but the thing is, with Mariota, no one thought Mariota would play, so they haven't even game plan for him yet. What's going to happen if someone?
Exactly, which is why I want to see Mariota play this weekend.
Play the last game, yeah.
And
there's no reason for Carr. What if he breaks his leg?
Exactly, and the other thing is that Gruden has already stated that Carr is his starting quarterback this weekend, and he didn't even mention Mariota. He said, "We'll see, we'll see."
He could just be blowing smoke, but I don't know. I mean, and Trent Brown.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone, man. I mean, if you have Trent Brown on this team next year, I would say I'd eat a hat, but he might be here, so I have to eat something that's less, diabolical.
Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, you're allowed to cuss. Yeah.
He's a fucking pussy. His calf hurts and he's gone the whole year.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, and you're making 2.5 a game. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
even in the last two games he played, has he played well?
Not too well. I mean, he's played sufficiently. He's played sufficiently. And Jason Dean, you can call in. I will put the banner back up because not that I don't love listening to Ryan because it's been a while. But we got everybody that can be in here. I agree with you, but I'm saying now, obviously, Ryan's in on you're going to keep Carr, so you're going to get rid of Mariota. Then I kind of want to see what I got with Mariota, and then if I eat Carr's contract, I'll add it to hit Mariota's contract. You got a $12 million quarterback. That's not bad. And I don't know what his incentives are, but still, it's got to be better than I think Carr would be making. He's still in the $20 million range, correct? So that's still
19.5.
Okay, and Jason,
and that's not bad. I mean, that's not bad today. I mean, everyone wants to make 35.
I got you. And Vicky, thanks for being here too.
Oh, the offense, I'm not really worried about. It's just this defense. No one's gonna win when you're giving up 35 points a game.
Exactly. So now, by the way, how did you get the team for Mark Davis there, Ryan? I'm still wondering on that. You win the lottery and pay him off, or you give him all those all you can eats at what is it, the PF Chang's and Hooters, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I tell you what, and Ryan, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling in, man. I got another caller coming in. But thank you for calling, brother. You take care up there and say hi to everybody.
All right, well, thanks, Jack.
All right. That was Ryan Downs, my boy from Watch. Oh, by the way, Ryan, make sure you say hello to your sister. It's good to hear. And Jason Dean, I definitely had to get Jason Dean in here. And I got to say, I love my Valerie. Jason Dean, how you doing tonight, brother?
How we doing, Captain? How's everything down there in the Florida?
I'm good. And by the way, I love my Vicky. I love my V's. I got my Vicky, I got my Valerie, and I got my JD. So I'm good there.
Oh, wow. Great calls tonight. Reese, miss you, brother. I can't wait to see you when the season starts again. Thor, same there. Excellent calls we've had so far tonight.
For sure. Not a bad show. And you even had to put up with me, so that's not too bad.
Captain, you're always great. I think, me personally, I know you said there's not too many other quarterbacks in the draft that we should jump for. The Wilson kid from BYU. I like him.
I don't know enough about him, so school me on him.
The kid is very smart. He's got a brain. He's very knowledgeable in football. He has very good instincts. He doesn't make too many mistakes. I mean, he'd be good in a couple of years. He'd have to sit for a few years. Behind Carr or whoever we have there next, because Gruden don't like starting rookies. You know how he is. But me, I don't think the problem is Derek Carr. I think John Gruden is the problem. I think his play calling, I've been saying it too, you guys know, his play calling is too vanilla. And I don't care that Greg Olson, they say, is the offense coordinator. John Gruden calls the plays. Greg Olson is a glorified clipboard holder. That's all he is. He's got a title. He doesn't do shit. Excuse my language. He slicks his hair back. He looks like a throwback to the Sopranos. He looks like a driver of Tony Soprano. But he doesn't call nothing. It's all Gruden. He calls everything. He kept Gunther on too long there, and he's friends, and he wants to be loyal. But you know what? Loyalty only goes so far. It sucks when we're not winning games. The same thing happens every single year with John Gruden. Second half of the season, terrible.
Yeah.
6-3, second half terrible. 6-3, second half terrible. 7-4, second half terrible. It's just not good. Like everybody was very happy. Well, except for a select few. People were happy that we got him. Chucky's back. Well, you know what? He's not doing anything. Everybody can Raider Nation. We're for you. Nobody's for us. We're for us. Us as fans. You, Thor, Reeve, everybody. Nikki, Becky, everybody. Ed, everyone. All the fans. We're for us. They don't give a shit about us. They don't care. And I saw that Keyshawn Nixon, that bum, was said something on Twitter, everybody run their mouth. He's a bum. He's a bum.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Nixon is one of the worst corners in the league. Terrible. I don't even know how he still has a job. Terrible he is. I'm sorry. I'm getting really fired up about this. It sucks that every year we deal with this every single year.
Oh, I got you.
We should have won the game against Miami.
Yeah.
We should have won. I don't know what the deal was. I get it. The analytics and all that. Don't leave time on the clock. But you know what? How are you going to put the defense back on the field when you know the results of over and over and over and over and over and over in every game? How?
Okay, let me ask you a question then, because people say if you know your defense sucks, okay, then you go for the touchdown. But my counterpoint to that is if you know your defense sucks, why give the other team more time to score? At least if you give them 19 seconds, that's a very short, minute amount of time for them to score. Analytically, if you're up with 19 seconds left and you don't give up a fucking 35-yard completion, and I'm not even worried about the face mask, that's just a bonus, okay? Mm-hmm. If you don't give up a 35 fucking yard completion, then by all rights, you should win the game, correct?
Go for the touchdown, go for a 2-point conversion. What's the worst that can happen? They're going to have to score. Now they get the field goal, and, within 35 yards, because, the pass interference, or not pass interference, I'm sorry, the blown coverage, and plus the 15-yard face mask, Jesus. Cheese and rice, I'm sorry, my fault. But he just threw the ball straight up in the air. It was like a punt.
Yeah.
It took so long to get to the receiver, and
Arnett, I don't know where he was at. There it goes, the zone. There the zone is. I love it. My favorite thing of all time, the zone. We don't play zone. We don't have the players for zone. It stinks. It should be proven. Trayvon Mullen was a shutdown corner. He's a man-on-man guy in college. David Arnett, man-on-man guy in college. Okay, let's put him in his own defense. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, baby. But it's terrible. It drives me nuts every single week, Captain. It breaks my damn heart. And I know it breaks everybody else's heart that we're so passionate about this team, and it seems like nothing. We're let down every year. It's like you get the hot girl in high school, you know. You get the hot cheerleader, you know, and then she leaves you for somebody else. But then she comes back and you take her back because she's a hot girl. And she's cheating and cheating and cheating. But you're like, oh, she's going to grow up. She'll get over that. She'll stop doing that. She really loves it. She don't love you. She don't love you. She loves everybody else.
Okay. No, I got you. And that's heartfelt on that. And
every year we go through this. Every year we go through this. We should be 11-5. We should be getting ready. These guys should be sitting for this game against the Donkeys.
yes,
Because we're already in. Getting ready to play either the filthy Steelers, who we can easily beat. They're going to be one and done. Or
Yes.
getting ready to play Buffalo.
yeah. Now I tell you, this and I said before the season, I picked us at 10-6, and this is definitely in my mind a 10-6 team. We just didn't live up to it.
Vanilla play calling. I mean, we scored points. We did. But, and honestly, everybody out there, don't give up on Henry Ruggs III.
No,
Don't give up on Ruggs.
he's only had Ruggs as well as Edwards are rookies that have gotten hurt and lived through COVID and a bunch of other shit. They're great receivers, and you put them and you re-sign Aguilar, and you got Renfro. I mean that's a fantastic receiving core. Receiving core.
I don't like going back and saying, what if, you know, we should have. Me personally, because, Captain, you know I'm a homer.
I know.
I wanted Claypool. I watched him from a freshman in college to a senior, and I knew the kid was going to do something. And he's done it for Pittsburgh. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Ruggs I'm not going to cut Ruggs down. Ruggs is going to be good because of his speed.
Yes.
Claypool's going to be a different kind of receiver.
Well, our Claypool is Edwards. That's why we picked up Edwards. And Edwards has had that ability at South Carolina. He's the tall, lanky guy like Claypool is that makes catches. And I like I said, we didn't get Claypool, but we did get Edwards.
I don't know if he's healthy, but or what's going on with him, but why isn't he playing more? Why is he getting one catch a game on 2 targets? I don't get it. They're not double teaming him. They're double teaming Waller. They're double teaming Hunter Renfrow on 3rd down because we're going to Hunter Renfrow every single 3rd down, and he's catching the ball. If we should have went for him on the goal line. Oh God, I don't want to get into the choker game. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, honey, but it drives me nuts, Captain. I don't know what we're gonna do. Like I said earlier, Leonard Williams would be a great pickup. Leonard Williams. He wanted to be a Raider. You know that. He's from that college out there in Southern California. He wanted to be a Raider.
I know you won't want to say the name of the college because that makes your green and gold Notre Dame heart just sick.
And I wish we would have played that team because we would have beat them by 30. But anyways, that's another story.
I got
Get
you.
into that. But Leonard Williams, Marcus May, the safety from the Jets, I think would be good for us too. Also, I like in the draft Kawamura, the linebacker from Notre Dame, of course, and the kid's proven. Even though he's a Notre Damer, I am a homer. He's proven.
No, I saw him in some of the mock drafts, and I'm like, now, and you know this, the Raiders are not big on getting linebackers in the first round. I mean, they had Slow-Mo Rowe, they had Harris out of Northwestern many moons ago, Napoleon Harris, and that was about the only time that, like I said, between Slow-Mo, Rowe McLean, and Harris, I don't think that they've had a linebacker recently even that high.
Colmore can play. He can move. McCollum is different because remember these guys came from teams that had other people around. Colmore is he's the best linebacker in college football.
Right.
I'll argue that with anybody. And even though he plays for Notre Dame, I will argue that with everybody. He's better than Mac Wilson from Alabama. He's better than the kid from Northwestern. There's only one kid that may be able to play as good as him, and that's the kid Collins from Tulsa, who I tell you what, he'd be another one I'd love to have. I'd love to have that Zaven Collins. Check him out, Captain. Go watch a little bit of his highlights.
Okay.
He can run sideline to sideline. He breaks up passes. He picks off balls, and he can tackle. He can cover guys.
Okay.
Mac Wilson from Alabama, the only reason he's going to get drafted high is because he's from Alabama. He can't cover the running back out of the backfield. He can't cover the tight end.
Okay. And we definitely need to have folks that can cover and that can go sideline to sideline because, again, we missed out on, White, the kid that plays for the Bucks? He was available when we were available. Yeah.
Yeah. Begging for him. A lot of people called for him because we needed that linebacker, and look at what he's doing in Tampa Bay. Look at him. There's no way we're missing on that. I don't get it. We have the draft guru. Is Gruden telling him this is who I want? Is that what's happening here? May I can say he's the GM, but everybody knows Gruden runs the team. 10 years, $100 million. He runs the damn team.
I'm going to defer on a few of those things. I think that Mike Mayock talked Gruden out of a couple different things because, and I've used this analogy before. Gruden is the young kid in the candy store that looks around and says, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one. You know, the candy or the toy store, and that one, and that one, and that one. And Mayock is the parent that says, now, little Johnny, if you're a good boy, maybe we can get that on the next trip. Okay?
Right, I hear somebody calling in. I'm going to go, Captain. I love you guys, Raider Nation. I love you all. I'll see you all next season. Give me take over.
All right. Thanks again, Jason. I love having you call in, and thank you for being here. And folks, I love that. Now, if you hear the ding ding dings in the back, you know that there's a caller coming in because I put it up, and I thank you. And again, I apologize to Sharif and to Thor and all those people that didn't get a chance to do it before. We got Steve. Steve, are you not working tonight? Because normally this is a little early for you. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Captain. Yeah, I went to we had a memorial service for a friend of ours, a friend of the family for 45 years, and I tell you, man, she loved her Astros, Rockets, and Texans, and she even had 2 holes in one, so she was quite the competitor. But I tell you what, Captain, I echo everything that everybody's been saying tonight, especially last caller, Jason Dean. I'm with you 100%. I was tired with Gruden's offense last year when we lost that game against Miami. I'm tired of it. He doesn't know. You know what it is, Captain? Well, with Mariota back there, he's making first downs. He makes it exciting. He's running. He's making plays happen. We haven't had that as Raider fans since Kenny Stabler and Rich Gannon. Would you agree with me on that?
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember Kenny running, but normally it's running for his life, but he would occasionally take off. Rich Gannon for sure under Gruden system 1.0. Yeah, he would go for it because, and we were talking about it earlier with getting a quarterback that is a killer. Somebody with a killer instinct. And again, I'm not anti-Carr. I'm not his apologist. I'm not a hater. But I think that we do need something else there. And that, maybe and again, I say Carr, we need a defense for him. Well, this, that, and the other. I get it. And we definitely need defense. But I think we need a new-blooded quarterback with Mariota as a stopgap. With Mariota in there next year, with him being able to run, he needs to work on his throws, but that'll work. But if you take his contract, which is like $10 million something, and then Carr's dead money, which is 2.5, okay, throw it together. That's a $12 million quarterback. If you keep Mariota, and if you want to get rid of Carr, then send him over for some draft picks from somebody that wants him. Draft a quarterback. That should be one of the few things that we need in this draft. And like I said, if the kid from BYU is there, great. I like Kellen Mond out of Texas A&M. I love Kyle Trask. I don't think he's going to be by 16. And I think his draft stock is going to drop because I don't think he's going to win the Heisman. And, instead of, if he would have won the Heisman, I think he might have maybe been at the bottom of the first round, early second. But I think he'd be available in the second round. Kellen Mond is going to be available in the second round. The kid out of BYU is going to be available in the second round. But we need to get a new quarterback. Keep Mariota. Get somebody on the horn for Carr and see what you get. Say, hey, Derek, I know you wanted to be a Raider. Maybe you can do a Charles Woodson and come back after several years and retire as a Raider. But I think we need to work on the defense and have a quarterback who is decent until this new quarterback gets his feet out, gets his feet under him. He's not going to be, the great Mahomes, but we're going to have to deal with Mahomes. We're going to have to deal with Herbert. And, I don't think that Locke is going to stick in Denver, but, that's just me. But I tell you, we need to get some defense, and we need to get all of these things fixed. I'm sorry, Steve, I went on a tangent. Go ahead.
What do you think about Fields at Ohio State? Would you pick him, or do you think he's too much of a reach?
As
far as what he brings to the table.
No, I think he's a reach. I think that he is. He maybe doesn't have the attitude problems that Haskin has, but I see a lot of similarities between him and Dwayne Haskins. Hopefully, he's not a cancer like Dwayne Haskins is, and there he goes. But I didn't like Dwayne Haskins. I think that he would be a reach.
You know what it is, Captain? We just want to win games. We're tired of this team being mediocre. I take my vacation time during the Raiders season and stuff. I live and breathe with this team, man. I do some with the Spurs, but not like the Raiders. My passion is the Raiders. People always give me so much crap living in Houston. What say you, Captain? Do we go out and get J.J. Watt? They're going to be over the cap. The people are here in Houston do not want to give him up, but for J.J., he needs to be on a winning team. With the future, I think him and Mayock would be good. Maybe his injuries, maybe he's on the backside of his career. He's supposed to get $18 million, and that would put the Texans over the cap. Would you go out and get him, or would you say, I'll take a flyer on this guy as great as he is, but he's at the end of his career?
It depends upon if he would restructure. I would love to have J.J. Watt on this team, but I think, seriously, unless he restructures, he's a bit too much. He's a bit too much money to have. He's kind of like Richard Seymour. He's a great person to have as far as leadership and ability, but I think that he's just a bit much for the amount of money that he's making for what the Raiders can. I don't know exactly what his cap hit would be, but I think it would be a lot.
You know what I was thinking about this? The Collins and Nassib. Nassib had a better game, but Littleton. Would you say that those guys were bust, to put it nicely, this year? They've been a big disappointment for the most part.
Yeah, but I think that Littleton is not playing to potential because of the system. I think that if you give him into a system that makes him thrive, and by the way, you got to put some meat in front of him. You got to have somebody who's heavy in the ass and not just me rush the middle, okay? Because Littleton was a dynamic player when somebody was rushing the pocket, and it was like with the kid Donald with the Rams. You need somebody that's going to pressure so that Corey Littleton can be the Corey Littleton that we know and see. Okay, and I agree with Jason Dean, and you saved it for me, Jason. I think that he's going to Pittsburgh as long as they can put him under the cap. You'd have the 3 Watts on one team, and that's where I think he's going to go.
I do too and everything, but I sure don't. Being a Houstonian, and I don't like the Steelers. I respect them, but I don't have to like them because of all the stuff that the immaculate deception and everything else we all know about Pittsburgh, and Tomlin going out there and interfering on the play and all that stuff. The Steelers, what they called us and everything, and that was a joke. Chuck Noll called us that. But anyway, hey, I was going to tell you something. Today, when I was at the funeral and everything, it was really cool. I didn't really know this story, but I was talking to this gentleman. He was actually from 76 to 2001. He was Bobby Bowden's right-hand person, #1 recruiter for Florida State, and he was talking about Bobby Bobby and Burt Reynolds when they went out to California for the bowl game and everything. Burt Reynolds was sitting between him and his wife, and which is the sister of the person that passed away. And they were out there in the field. They were playing USC that day in the bowl game. It was right after Smokey and the Band and everything. Burt Reynolds was out there with Ann Margaret, the vivacious, lovely Ann Margaret, Sally Field, everybody's sweetheart, and Ricardo Montalban. And he said, you know what? I was lucky. I had Ann Margaret sitting in my lap and he's taking the picture. He says, it doesn't get any better than that. Being out in California, represent Bobby Bowden. I said, you know what the great thing about Bobby was? How can you not love the guy? I know that's tough for you to hear, Captain.
Oh no, I love Bobby Bowden. I do. I obviously I'm a Gator, but I love Bobby Bowden. So no hate and discontent there. I don't like Florida State obviously when they played my Gators, but I love Bobby Bowden. Coach Bobby is good to go for sure.
He is. I tell you what you know what it is, Captain? I know you like good coaches like I do, but the neat thing about that, I said, what's the difference between Bobby and Jimbo Fisher? He says, the difference is when he would go out and recruit, Bobby had certain things. If they didn't meet these criteria, if they didn't show up to class or he didn't want to go out and get any thugs, if they didn't, and if he thought that they could graduate, then he would go out and recruit these people. He said, we have so many people to choose from, so I can be selective on who we want to represent our school and everything. And the neat thing about Bobby is, he was looking out for the guys that were the team players, not the meat players. And what happened is he got the W-2 players, Bobby did, and, of course, the 1099 players, the contract people, they started, Jimbo went out and got everything. He said, that's the reason why. He said, the amazing thing about Bobby, he said, when I was the coach there from 76 to 2001, we never were below the number 4 position all those years. And that just shows you what kind of character and what kind of talent that they had at Florida State. And I love the Noles when Bobby was there because he made it fun and he's just down to earth, and he could recruit like hell. I mean, can you imagine as a recruit, you have Joe Paterno come to your house, or you have, what's his name, the Bear Bryant, or Bobby Bowden showing up? Now, if that's not going to close the deal, what would? Being a college player, you're seeing those legends come into your house, or even a Woody Hayes, or Woody punched that guy for Clemson.
Yeah.
I just get pumped up thinking about this, talking about football. You know, we all live and breathe it, Captain.
You got it. Hey, and Steve, I appreciate you calling in tonight, man, and blessings to you. Appreciate that. It's unfortunate why you were off, but I'm glad that you had a chance to contribute to the show.
No problem. I always enjoy it. Good health and everything to you, Captain, and everybody listening. You in good health tonight, Captain? I hope you're doing well.
Hey, anytime I'm here means I'm upright and breathing, so that's not bad.
Every day is a good day, and just remember, go out, everybody. 2021 is going to be better than this year. I want everybody to be safe and have fun and. I'll tell you what, we're going to turn the corner in 2021 because the best thing about it is we've got each other as a nation. We're all in there for each other, and you're a big part of that, bringing us all together, Captain. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.
All right. Thanks again there, Steve. Great hearing from Steve. And like I said, we've had a lot of good calls tonight, so I appreciate everybody being in here. And yeah, like I said, and again, I'm not hating on Haskins, but when your own coach, or even like a person that knows and I hate saying his name, Urban Meyer. I call him Urban Liar, but Urban Meyer said that the kid was immature. That's a red flag. If the kid is immature, and he was, so I want no part of Haskins. And Don, maybe, we put the information up. Fields and Haskins. I think that Fields is like Haskins 2.0, except he might have a better attitude. So I'm not really giving up the farm for him. You know, maybe he has more ability. I'm sure he's a hell of a lot better in the head. But I'm not giving up the farm for Justin Fields. Like I said, Kellen Mond, Trask. I know I'm a homer about Trask, but thanks again and great call. They see Jason throws you some love. Great call, Steve. Let's see what the Raider Neil has to say. And by the way, I want to thank all the folks who contributed tonight: Ed Winchell, Dwayne T, Ryan Downs, and thank you for calling in, Ryan Downs, Neil Backman, Robert Bigler throwing some money my way as well. Thank you for the positivity. 2 more additions, and Vicky again, love that. Again, anytime that you contribute with Super Chat or Super Stickers, you are getting an entry into the captain's booty. And no, it's not my butt. It's not my ass. It's me booty. So again, Appreciate that, and I will add all of those things together. Wilson's the kid from BYU, Jason. And again, I'd like to, if you, and I know Jason Dean is more of a college guy, and I don't really look at the college folks as much. And Ryan said it yourself. I said it. I don't care who the quarterback is. And I'm on record as being non-politically correct as saying if the son of Satan and Saddam Hussein had a kid and they played quarterback for the Raiders, I'd root for him. Why? Because he's the quarterback for the Raiders. And I don't necessarily, Rick, I think that I know of a quarterback. I know of a quarterback as well that was a high draft pick. And I won't give this away, but he was a very high draft pick. And he was mediocre when his team drafted him. And he was beat to hell. Okay, he was beat to hell in the city that drafted him. They got rid of him. He went to another city and was like on the end of his life type of thing where he was down in the dumps and nobody wanted him. Oh, and good. Oh, I'm sorry, Thor. I missed you. Good night to you as well. Thank you. I apologize for seeing this late. Good night, Thor. I hope I got you before you left. And great hearing from you. But obviously, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's Jim Plunkett. So, there are reclamation projects. Okay, there are reclamation projects. And I'm not saying it always works, but Tannehill sucked in Miami. And I thought I really didn't. I didn't think he was all that good. I still don't think he's all that good. But he's good in the system that's using him in Tennessee, and he's winning. Mariota is the prototype RPO run pass option, not the best thrower. Still going to need to work on that. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't have a cannon arm, but as long as you can shot put it and get it down to somebody, then I think that is something that we need. So again, I'm all for a reclamation project in Mariota. And again, Jared, sorry, Doc beat you to it. Jared, I apologize. Doc beat you to it. So Doc, when you're done, I'll get Jared on. Doc, how you doing tonight? Good to hear from you. How cold is it up in Virginia?
Oh, it's warming up now. It's going to be 28 tonight. Not too bad.
It's warming up. Wow. Better you than I, Gunga Dan, I tell you.
28 tonight, so that ain't too bad. It was better than the 19, so I'll take it.
Okay. What do you got for us tonight, Doc? And thanks for calling in, by the way.
Happy New Year
to you.
I'm a Clark fan.
Yeah, I got you. But
I'm a Raider fan first.
That's right.
And if we can get something good for Carr and have Mariota as a stopgap, then I'm for it if we take the money difference and the money we save by getting rid of Trent Brown and put it on defense, because that's where we're hurting. I don't care who we got at quarterback. We're not going nowhere till we fix that defense.
Oh, I got you.
And the last caller was talking about players that we should draft in the defense. And there's a team I hate in college football more than anybody, but there's a player on their team that I'd say right now, he's probably one of the best defensive backs to come out in this draft.
Okay.
And he plays for Virginia Tech, and his name is Diablo.
Okay.
What the heck of a name, but his name is, watch some game film for him. And that's his real name, Diablo.
Okay.
Go watch him play.
Well, that's a natural Raider. You got to have a devil as a Raider. That's not bad.
And he is a beast. And he's a smart player. And we talk about laying some wood on somebody, but he's smart about how he lays that wood on somebody. Maybe you could teach Adrian a thing or two. Because Adrian said people,
sometimes this is some trouble. He don't think he gets to the penalties. And that might be because he didn't have a decent coach for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the defensive side of the ball, I still say, man, I know people are down on him because he made the bad call. He was the defense coordinator for the Jets. But, man, dude, he would turn us around and get our team playing a heck of a lot better. So I like, get him or Wade Phillips, one of the older guys. And I say older guys because I'm telling you something right now. We need somebody that they're going to instantly respect. These guys may not instantly respect a younger coach or one out of college right off the bat because he hadn't earned his chops yet. Those other two have earned their chops. We really need to get something going. We have made mistakes on letting certain free agents go that we didn't spend money on. And if that means freeing that money up with Carr and Trent Brown, then we need to do it. We didn't do nothing when Jalen Ramsey was available. Now that's a shutdown corner.
Yeah.
Now we say Chris Mullins is our shutdown corner. That's sad because he's not. He's a good corner, and he may someday become a shutdown corner, but he's not shut down now.
Yeah, I think he needs some more seasoning. He does need some more seasoning.
Yeah. But I'm not saying that he won't become one, but he's not now. And we're talking about now. And everybody talks about, well, we need somebody up on the front line. Well, we had 2 opportunities to go after Sue, and we didn't do it. I know he's got a bad attitude, but the best ability is availability, and he hasn't missed a game in 3 years.
Yeah, and I tell you, the fact that he is sitting here locally makes me just chomp at the bit that we could have had him on our team.
Now, question is, did he only sign a 1-year deal with them, or did he sign a long-term deal?
I think he's still on another 1 year. Somebody go to Spot Track and check that out, but I think he was on another 1-year deal. So I think he might be available.
If he's available, we need to go after him. Because, man, let me tell you, he would definitely stop the run. He plugged up that middle, and he's way better than Mo Hurst. That would definitely be an upgrade.
Yeah. Well, even Hankins is playing a decent for as much of a vet that he is.
So you put him. Say you put Sue on that same size as you got.
Well, now wouldn't it be great to have Sue and Leonard Williams for a year? Because you'd have to sign Leonard long term. But I figure you sign Ndamukong Suh for the money that you would be saving getting rid of Trent Brown. That would be fantastic.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. And you'd have them two right there, man. And then you can pin your ears back because guess what they're going to have to throw.
Yes, I agree.
Make teams make the other teams one-dimensional. I'm tired of them we're getting them in long third down run things, and they run on it and get it. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of them winning third downs and us losing it.
No.
And and I tell you, the best way for that to change is to change our defense. Get that defense off and get our offense more time on the field.
Yeah, I was going to see, like I said, we got, like I said, and again, not that I hate Carr, but, I'd give it to Mariota as a stopgap quarterback. That's $12 million if you use Carr's money. I know that that's not a popular thing. We definitely need to get the defense squared away. You get rid of Trent Brown. That's money savings there. You use that money and you put it into Leonard Williams and maybe Ndamukong Suh. You get some better people available, and you get the defense, and you do a lot of drafting. You do much more. And the only other offensive person that I would go, and I don't know if you were here when you remember Raider Joe, right there, Doc. Yeah. Raider Joe was on the show to begin the show tonight, and hopefully he'll be on here. Yeah, I hopefully he will be on here a bit more because I love Raider Joe. And if you guys weren't here when Raider Joe started the show, make sure you go back and watch this when I put it up back on YouTube. But again, you invest more in the line. Like I said, he's not really enamored with Miller. Maybe Miller needs another year, but still, you need some more time. And Matt Bouchane, you take it easy as well. But you get the line, you get Leonard Williams. You maybe go after Ndamukong Suh or another one of those big bodies up front. And hell, I'll play nose tackle if need be. But, you get the people up front. You get you maybe get that linebacker out of Notre Dame that Jason Dean is really high on. You get that, and you draft a quarterback. You draft the quarterback that's available, and you move around maybe some picks. You pick up some more picks. That's what Mike Mayock should do. Okay, and maybe
now if we get rid of Carr, I want the money saving needs to go to defense. And the second thing is trade him to the NFC.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, in all important things, yeah, you would try to trade him to the NFC. But at this point, you trade him for what the best you can get, because I know that there is a coach in New England that would love to have him, and I hate his ass.
As a coach, there's a coach in the Washington football team that'd love to have him, because Alex Smith, even though he's, in my opinion, comeback player of the year coming back from that same injury, they need a healthier quarterback. And I hate to say it, they're still in the playoff hunt, and they ain't got a winning record.
Yeah, well, but again, that's the NFC least. The NFC least this year is what was like the NFC West was years ago when Seattle won the division at 7-9 or 6-9-1 or something ridiculous like that. So there you go. And
I'm just telling you, I just think you put him somewhere where we wouldn't have to think for 134 years. That'd be fine by me.
Yeah,
I like Carr, and I like Carr, and it's not his fault that we're not winning.
Well,
he don't play every position. He plays one position, not 22.
I get it. And remember, the Raiders play 11 on 21 every week. And people are not saying this. But I will say this as well. When you come down to it, remember on that 35-yard gain and the 15-yard face mask, if they would have thrown the fucking flag for holding, it would have been negated. But that's just me, saying what needs to be said. And by the way, check out the show with me tomorrow. I will be on with Violator as well as Ref Guru tomorrow night on the N-FL channel. It's on YouTube, NFL Nation Live. Check it out. I will be on with Violator, myself, and Ref Guru, who is a NFL official who's a Raiders fan, folks. Check it out on Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock on the N-FL channel on YouTube. Go ahead, brother.
Well, I just need to get off here and let Jared get his call in here. But I'm just letting you know, like I said, I do not blame Carr, but at the same time, I'm more of a Raider fan than a player fan. And if trading him would benefit our defense, I'm for it. Go Raiders.
You got it. Hey, thanks again there, Doc. Good hearing from you.
You have a good year now.
All right. The Happy New Year to you as well. And that's good hearing from Doc. Jared line is open because I know that you were calling in. So hopefully Jared will get back on the phone. It's always good hearing from Jared. You can't have a show without the Pittsburgh report from Jared. And it's funny because on the show last week I'm plugging this because again, this is a good show with a NFL referee, or sorry, technically he's an NFL linesman, but an NFL official who is a Raiders fan. Okay. And here we got good. Good to hear from Jared. There we go. Okay, Jared, good to hear from you, brother. And you're definitely going to be my last call of the evening. How are you doing? What's going on with you? And advance happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you as well, sir.
And the same to you and everyone in the Raider Nation. Happy 2021, however, let's talk about what is going to be a very interesting week, however, if you will. We got the Denver Donkeys this week, however, for the Raiders, and the Raiders have got to go out to Denver and just basically punch them right in the gut, however, and knock them down a peg. We got the Steelers, of course, playing the Brownies, and now Mason Rudolph will be starting, however, on Sunday, as was announced today by Coach T, however, if you will. So Ben will not be playing this week. We're going to see two coaches that are going to be basically axed probably by late Sunday night, early Monday morning. They already made one announcement official that Adam Gase will be fired, however, after the game Sunday.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Who said that and when?
The New York Post is reporting it, however, and they said something about it this afternoon, however, I guess that they're going to make an announcement about that they are going to let him go after the game this Sunday.
Well, no shit. That, I mean, it's only overdue. But and you get some love from Vicky as well, Jared. I'm making sure that you get that.
Yep. And then, of course, however, the other coach is probably going to be axed, if not by Sunday night. First thing Monday morning, obviously, is going to be Doug Marrone in Jacksonville. He's done. Tony Khan's going to chop him off. And you're going to be looking at probably Urban Meyer, however, heading down to Jacksonville, possibly, if they offer him the position there, however. And the Jets job, I mean, I've been hearing me talk about these names in the past. Pat Fitzgerald, Jim Harbaugh, now Eric Bieniemy is a name that we've been hearing about. So I don't know who the Jets are going to go after. The Lions, I know, are probably going to be looking for a new coach, obviously. I would not be surprised if Spanos chops Anthony Lynn off, however, his list, however, unless he gives him one more year, however. But I think he's almost about done in L.A. with the Chargers, however. So there's going to be at least 4 or 5 coaches going to be out of work possibly within the next week or so we're looking at, maybe.
Yeah, and I was going to say, and people are remember, Vic Fangio is probably going to be fired in Denver, and so that might be a person that would come in as our defensive coordinator. And I like Fangio as a DC. I don't like him as a head coach, but I think he's always had some decent defenses there. So that's one thing that, now granted, the last time we picked up Denver people, you know, with Del Rio as the head coach, you know, I ain't going there, but there it is. I think that you would have Vic Fangio as a defensive coordinator would be a good get.
Yeah, if Benzino is going to get the axe in Denver, and more than likely it is going to be a very good possibility after Sunday, don't be surprised, and this is just me saying this right now at the moment, I think there's going to be a lot of people saying maybe Pat Shurmur might be moving up in the position in Denver's next coach. Maybe they could do that because Shurmur works for Denver right now, and they could be offering him the job unless they go outside of Shurmur. I mean, who else is out there? There's not many college coaches. I mean, there's a few college coaches out there besides Harbaugh and Fitzgerald, but there's not many big-name coaches out there that would want to take the next leap, however. I mean, it's not like it has been in past years with big names. This year's kind of a down year, I'm going to call it that.
Yes.
So, I mean, we're going to see, obviously, however, what happens after Sunday. But like I said, however, I mean, I do think the Raiders are going to be coming out ready to play this Sunday. However, they should have been, however, basically with this win. However, I mean, again, this was, as I said in my comments, I hope we don't have that same damn referee for the 3rd week in a row. I mean, that's the last thing that needs to happen. But the Steelers have got to take care of business, obviously, Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon, I should say. And they take care of the Cleveland Clowns, no pun intended, however. And they're going to let the Ravens slide in and send Cleveland the packet.
Okay, so the Browns are going to be out of the playoffs. The Ravens are going to be in. I agree there. Obviously, Miami is in, and the Colts are in. So after all, and we did have Matt Bouchane in here, who was actually pretty well behaved tonight. You know, so I was going. Matt's been okay since I let him back, and he knows where his bounds are. So appreciate Matt being in here as well, and you being a Stiller, and we got Mike. Sorry, Mike. I just wanted to do a 2-hour one tonight, so I know you had your show. Apologies, but thank you for being here.
I will say for the Browns, so they might have finally found, at least on hope, a good coach in Stefanski. Stefanski has been good this year. He's been a big surprise this year. I think if there's a surprise coach of the year that really, I think, really surprised a lot of people this year, it might have been Stefanski in Cleveland, I feel.
I think that he will probably be coach of the year because of what he has done in Cleveland.
I think you have to give him the coach of the year. I have him as one of my top three. However, I would put number 2, Andy Reid, and then I hate to say it, number 3 would be Thomas. So if you're looking at the top 3 coaches right now, those are my top 3 on the board.
Yeah, I mean, I take Stefanski over Reid because Reid had his Super Bowl team, and what did he do? Really nothing. It just plug and play. So I mean, yeah, he has the team. So why give him accolades?
Here's another coach. I mean, talking about this. What about Sean McDermott in Buffalo? We saw his last night against New England. I mean, after Belichick or Fitchett had a meltdown, smashing a cell phone.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually saw the meme. It was with that person who I shall not name, who says, "Hey, how you doing there, Coach? I'm not watching the game. What's the score?" And then it shows Belichick throwing. I think he's throwing the phone.
Yeah, he's throwing the phone. But I will get you out one last note. I did hear there is one bowl game that will not be played Thursday. That is the Texas Bowl. TCU and Arkansas has been canceled, so there will be only 3 games on Thursday. There will be 2 tomorrow. However, obviously, of course, your Gators playing tomorrow night in the Cotton Bowl. That'll be a very, very good game, I feel, with Oklahoma there at Jerry World tomorrow night. And then, of course, we got 2 bowl games on Thursday. But, of course, Friday's the big day, of course, with the Tide, Howard. And Jason Dean, I know you're listening, buddy, and I want to wish you good luck in your new adventure, Howard, since you've moved out of my home state to Texas. But I told you a week ago, and I'm telling you again, and if you're listening, the Tide are going to roll all over your Irish, so you better be ready. It is going to be a very ugly day for Coach Kelly Notre Dame on Friday.
I think so as well, but I've given Jason Dean. If Notre Dame wins, I'm going to lead with Jason Dean. He's going to be my first caller in whatever show I do.
Well, I wish this team good luck, and I wish him good luck. And to everyone out there, boys and girls, Raider Nation, happy 2021. Let's hope it's a good one, Howard, and let's hope 2020 ends on a positive note.
All right. Hey, Jared, thanks for calling in, shipmate. Appreciate it.
No problem. See ya.
All right. That was Jared. That is my last call of the evening. Thank you for everybody for being here. And again, if you are still here, if you give the $4.99 super chat and above, you are entered into the contest. They were talking to, was it Neil said I should call it the treasure chest. But if I say treasure chest, then everybody's going to be looking at my boobs. If you call it Captain Jack's Pirates Booty, I can say Pirates Booty. That's a little bit less offensive. But it is part of me booty. Not my booty, but me booty. Thank you for being here, everybody. Again, tomorrow, join me on with Violator, Wayne Mabry, and Ref Guru, David Grant on his channel. It's NFL Nation Live on YouTube. Trust me, I'm not pushing this show because I'm on it. I'm pushing it because I love the content and I love everybody that's there. Go to NFL Nation Live. Actually, it's N-FL. Go to my channel. You'll see it listed as one of the shows that I do with a compendium of people. And, it's a good show. It really is. And we have fun. We have fun, too. Hey, thanks, Don. I appreciate the positives there. I enjoy doing this, and it's getting down to the point where, I'm going to start. Thank you there, Ed. Appreciate you being here. And again, thank you for those who contributed via super chat and super sticker tonight. I appreciate that. If you want to get in while I'm still, remember, you got to do it while I'm live because you can't do it while I'm not live. I will add up everybody else's addendum entries into the Pirates Booty of Captain Jack. Captain Jack's Pirate Booty. Yeah, I can do Pirate Booty. There you go. It is a treasure chest. If I had a chick, and I know that that's sexist, but I could say Captain Jack's treasure. Maybe I'll do that. I'll have a picture of a nice Raiderette with Captain Jack's treasure chest. There we go. Thank you, folks, for being here. It's been wonderful. I appreciate you being here again tomorrow night. Be over at the N-FL channel on YouTube with Violator, myself, and Ref Guru, David Grant. And David is a Raiders fan. And I tell you, we keep telling him he needs to write a book because he would get a lot of people. All Raider Nation would buy it. Trust me. Great stuff. Thanks again, folks. See y'all out the door. See you tomorrow, Wednesday. Thursday will be the You Don't Know Jack About Sports show. Then Friday, the Elite Superfan show. And then I'm off until Sunday. And then we will have a show, obviously, post Raider game. Last Raider game of the year for the what is it? The calendar year of the year 2020, but 2021. 2021. Let's get a win. Let's get the 8-8. Let's do that. Thanks again, folks. Great hearing from everybody. And thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Bring it in, Jake. Hey, all we got, baby. All we need. That's all we got right here, all right? You're going to get everything out of me. I tell you every time. Get all of it from me, all right? Give me everything you got and let's see what happens. 3 on 3, 1, 2, 3, play.
It'll be first down and 10. How about Derek Carr and the Raiders pushing it right at the Chiefs right now? Jackpot, baby. Touchdown, Vegas. National Football League play is underway from Las Vegas. First touchdown in Las Vegas.
Win, no matter what, win.
First down,
Win.
Here comes Higgins behind him. Over the block, 20, 25. First down and more. Out to the 30-moment free run. That was by Jacobs on first down. This to put it away. Here comes your fifth